is a philosopher who saw his times so clearly. He foresaw ours. He saw the danger that lurks not in the wild, but in comfort, in pampering. He wrote warnings to a future that is our present. These are his words, addressed to you. You ask for the path to life, not to a long life, that is the question of the slave, but to a strong life, a life that says yes to itself. Look around. Your world is growing flat. It pads its corners. It muffles every sound. It fears its own shadow. You call this safety. I call it the slow death. Where are the dangers that shape a man? Where are the mountains to be climbed, not to reach the top, but to create the climber who conquers them? You have bred the wolf in your chest into a lapdog. It now whines for easy amusement and warm meals. But in the night, it still howls. In the night, it remembers the cold, the struggle, the freedom. The ancients, the Greeks, they still knew. For them, Ares, the god of terrible war, was a god. Dionysus, who tears the individual apart in ecstatic dissolution, was a god. They did not fear suffering. They feared emptiness, the emptiness of an existence without aim and without struggle. They understood man is something that must be overcome. And you build your paradise from soft pillows. You wish to arrange the world so that no one stumbles, no one loses, no one suffers. A garden of tame plants. But tell me, what grows in such a garden of pale equality? Only the mediocre, the tall, the bold, the unique. It is cut down because it casts the shadow in which the weak tremble. You call me the philosopher with the hammer. Good. Then let me tap at your idols. Your highest god today is the happy, safe life. I ask, to what end? To end comfortably? That is not a goal. It is an admission of defeat. Life is not a request concert. It is a battlefield. It is a mountain path. Its very essence is resistance. And in this resistance lies its only opportunity. Stop fleeing from suffering. Learn to will it. Not the stupid, meaningless suffering of the victim, but the chosen suffering. The suffering of the tightrope walker crossing the abyss. The suffering of the artist giving birth to a vision. The suffering of one who says, that there is my peak, and there is no comfortable path to it. This is the deepest error of your age, to believe the goal is to erase suffering from the world. No, the goal is to give suffering a meaning so great, so radiant, that you seize the sword of fate and say, yes, even this, for it belongs to my path, to my greatness. What are you? An accident of convenience? Or are you one who sets their own goal, who says to themselves, I will achieve this, I will become that, and for the sake of this goal I will the weariness, the loneliness, the defeat, the doubt. I will them, for they are the smith, and I am the iron that shall become the unbreakable sword. This is life affirmation, not a simple yes to pleasure, but a thundering yes to the entire fate, to the pain, to the uncertainty, to your own dark depth. He who wants only the sweet despises life in its full richness, but he who also embraces the bitter, the hard, the terrifying, and finds in it his own creative power, he becomes the overcomer. He becomes free. You are not here to consume. You are here to create. First yourself. Shape yourselves. Harden yourselves. Seek out resistance where you find it, in the morning cold, in the refusal of a weak temptation, in the confrontation with a personal cowardice. Live dangerously. Build your huts on the slopes of Vesuvius. Send your ships into uncharted seas. The world is deep, and deeper than the day has thought. It holds treasures for those who dig deep enough, through the pain. What are you waiting for? You speak of chaos as if it were the enemy, as if order were the only worthy goal. You are mistaken, profoundly mistaken. What is this order you worship? It is the order of the graveyard, the neat rows, the perfect silence. It is the order of the machine, ticking without heart, without desire. You wish to impose this dead order upon the living, breathing chaos of existence itself. You wish to tame the untamable. But I tell you, the primordial truth is not Apollo, it is Dionysus. Before the beautiful dream, there was the ecstatic intoxication. Before the clear line, there was the swirling creative chaos. Dionysus is not mere revelry. He is the god who shatters the illusion of the individual, who reveals that beneath this fragile skin of you and me, there pulses one monstrous, creative, universal will. Do you fear this? Good. You should. For it means the death of your petty comforts. It means drowning in the ocean of life, where you are not a separate drop, but part of the terrifying, glorious whole. This is the secret the Greeks knew in their tragedies. It was not a lesson in morality. It was a ritual of intoxication. The audience did not watch Oedipus to feel safe. They went to be torn apart with him, to feel the god-awful truth that our neat plans are laughable, that our reason is a raft on a sea of irrational creative power. And in that shattering, they found a joy deeper than any happiness, a metaphysical comfort. You have lost this taste for chaos. You medicate it. You organize it away. You call it mental illness. But what you call illness, I call a conduit to a deeper reality. The chaos within you is not your disorder. It is your unused potential. It is the fertile soil from which all new values must grow. You want creation without destruction. You want a harvest without first plunging your hands into the dark, teeming, chaotic earth. Impossible. The yes-sayer, the life affirmer, does not flee into order. He dives into the chaos. He becomes a sailor on a ship with no map, only a star he himself has named. He understands. To create, you must first become chaos. You must allow the old within you to crumble. You must let the comfortable identities dissolve in the wine of becoming. Do not seek to resolve the chaos. Seek to become a meaning-giving force within it. To say yes to the terrifying, magnificent, meaningless tumult of existence. And in that very yes, to create meaning. That is the ultimate act of strength. That is the Dionysian wisdom. The Apollonian gives us the beautiful dream, but the Dionysian gives us the truth. And the truth is a monster of infinite faces. Will you hide from it in your well-lit rooms, or will you dance with it in the dark, and in the dancing become an artist of your own fate? The choice is yours. The safe harbor, or the open sea where monsters and gods are born. Theories are shadows. Practice is the substance. So how do you begin to live this? Not tomorrow, today. Here is the way to shape your reality. Do not wait for life to impose suffering upon you. Impose a small amount upon yourself, willingly. Each day, deny yourself one comfort. Take the cold shower. Walk the longer path. Fast from the screen for 1 hour. This is not punishment, it is training. You are teaching your will that discomfort is not an enemy, but a familiar terrain through which you move with sovereignty. You are domesticating the wild horse of your own softness. Stop preparing to live and live. Get out there in the real world.